Hello, lovelies. Welcome back. Today, I am talking to you about why your personal style matters. One of the many things I'm passionate about is using your personal style to build your confidence and use it to create the life you want. Is it, you want to use it to boost your corporate career? You want to use your style as a way to unleash your creativity for your side hustle? Is it because you want to get yourself ready for, that special someone? Whatever. I want I want your personal style to be part of your arsenal when you go for that. But first, what is personal style? Is it keeping up with the latest trends? Is it having a bunch of designer labels in your closet? What is it? What does it even mean? Yes. And by that, I mean it's a little bit of both. Fashion and style are typically used interchangeably, but I like to break it down this way. Fashion are the pieces you buy that help enhance and express your style. That doesn't always mean you've got a closet full of the latest trends. Sometimes it can be vintage or thrifted stuff, but it's the way you craft it, the way you curate these pieces and put them together that fully expresses you. It is so freaking easy to be overwhelmed with what I call the beast of fashion. Like if you do a Google search at any time, you're going to see tens of thousands, if not millions of articles talking about, what was hot on the runway for spring summer 2020, what to wear for your body shape, what to avoid for your body shape, what's in, what's out, what's hot, what's not. There's all this stuff all the time. Sometimes it feels conflicting, and once you get buried under all this stuff, you usually just want to throw your hands up and say, okay, that's it, I'm done. I'll just kick it in my leggings, put on a tunic, call it a day. It is what it is. I'm going to tell you, you don't have to do that. There is a way to decipher it and make it not only where style is not overwhelming, but it's actually fun. To give you an understanding of the difference between fashion and style, fashion is what's used to enhance or kind of amplify your personal style. Your personal style is going to be comprised of what makes up your attitudes, your beliefs, your interests, your quirks, even your kinks. Hey, you got a body cage and you want to wear it out of your tank top, go for it. Take pictures, tag me in them. I want to see it. Those kind of things. That's what your style is. Whereas fashion is, the different trends, the different rules, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, those can be very helpful as a guidepost, but they're not the be all and end all, In short, fashion is what is purchased, but style is using those purchases as a megaphone to the world. Okay, now that we have a better understanding of what style versus fashion, like what style is, let's talk about why it even matters. Let's go over some of the reasons for that. First off is first impressions. It's been said that first impressions are made anywhere between 6 and 7 seconds of meeting somebody. We'll just go ahead and say 7. We'll be generous. 7 seconds. In 7 seconds, someone assesses you, which sucks, but it is what it is. Someone assesses you and says, I'm going to listen to this person. They seem credible. They seem approachable or not. So that's 7 seconds, not a long time. And while it doesn't mean that's the only reason people are going to say, yes, I want to work with you. Yes, I want to give you that promotion. That 7 seconds isn't the only reason you're going to be booked and busy, but it is going to play a part in your overall credibility or the willingness for people to say, you know what, I want to see what they can do. I want to give them more responsibility. I want to work with them on this project. Now, there are several reasons it is beneficial to kind of define your personal style. I'm just going to go through 5 or 6 of them. Reason 1 is it visually expresses where you are on your journey. Style is not static. As you evolve, as you grow, as you go to new places, you have new encounters, you experience different things, you discover new things about yourself, that's going to evolve your attitudes, the way you see things, and that's going to be factored into your style. Think about this. Personal example I'll go ahead and use. If you had seen any of my high school pictures, I was perpetually in a particular band t-shirt, I had some Jinko jeans that I absolutely adored, and my mom's army hoodie that I wore everywhere. I still have an affinity. If I could find and fit in one of those pairs of Jinkos, trust and believe they'd be in my selfies right now, but they're not. It is what it is. But I'm no longer so much in that journey. Is it part of me? Absolutely. Still, it has definitely shaped some of my attitudes and my views, but I'm not still there, and that's okay. Style is going to be an evolution because you are always evolving. It visually represents where you are, and that's a beautiful thing. Another reason defining your personal style is important is it can lead to new opportunities, personal and professional. If you're dressed in a way that kind of invites conversation, it's warm, it draws people in, it makes you seem approachable, you never know who you're going to meet. New workout buddies. You can meet other dog moms that you want to, get together for play dates. It draws people in. If you want to dress in a way that instills confidence, people are going to gravitate towards you and be more receptive to what you have to say, what you're talking about. I've mentioned this before, but I see this as such a common thread. Anytime I watch American Greed, they always have the exterior trappings of, oh, they're dressed like money. That watch they had was a Patek Philippe. This was one of the heritage Rolex that I saw that she had. It was one of the, ladies. They always kind of have that spoken about when their victims are being interviewed. Don't go the American Greed way. That's not what I'm saying. But I am saying the way you're dressed can be a help or a hindrance to when it comes to connecting with other people. Another reason your style matters is because it's a great conversation starter. One of my examples I use is a couple of summers ago, I was still pretty new to my city, didn't know a lot of people, so I challenged myself. I was like, I'm going to go out by myself. I'm going to meet new people. I'm going to make some connections. I was excited, but I was also super nervous. So I put on a striped top and my leopard print culottes. Absolutely love them. Pluck up my courage, and out I go to this young professionals networking happy hour thing. I'm standing in line getting ready to order a drink, and these 3 or 4 young women, they're in a group, they all know each other, and they come up, and I can hear them behind me not really paying attention, and one lightly taps me on the arm and she says, I love what you've done here. And the other one says, yeah, I this is print mixing goals. I never know what to do when it comes to print mixing. So it was a way to break the ice without feeling intrusive. Like, if you've ever been in a space where a lot of people know each other, how do you get in that conversation without being intrusive? I didn't even have to. I stood there with stuff that made me feel confident, made me feel cute, and it drew people in. So something like, oh, I like that jacket, that's cute, or, oh, that's an interesting print, where'd you get that? Wow, those shoes, that you can see those from across the street, what is that, highlighter pink? I'm a kind of a fan. Something as simple as that is going to break the ice and get a dialogue going. And if you're anything like me, where sometimes you can be a little anxious in social settings where you really don't know anyone, that can really help lower the anxiety and make things much easier. So your style is always a great conversation starter. Roll with it. Use it. Another reason to define and refine your style is improved confidence. When you dress like you feel well and like you feel good about yourself, other people notice. But more important than that, you notice. You notice the change in your energy. Have you ever had something where you really like this jumpsuit, you really like this blazer, whatever you're in, and you'll find yourself getting up and moving around more so people can see it? Have you done that? Is that just me? Am I just... You know what? I'm not claiming that. I know that's not just me. I know you've done it. If you've done it, leave a comment below and tell me what it was. I want to celebrate you for one, being honest, and 2, wearing something that makes you feel killer. But yes, you get up, you move around more, you're more confident. If you're working on a project, even if it's on a Zoom call, you have that boost to say, I have some more questions about that. Is there any way we can tweak this? I think this will be more beneficial. It improves your confidence. and it gives you that ability to kind of go ahead and go for that stuff you want. The last reason I think this is important is it shows you care about the details. If you take the time to intentionally craft your wardrobe, your style, the things you have around you that you wear every day, you're going to bring that same attention to detail to the other stuff you do. If it's, creating content for YouTube, if it's working on a group project because you're a project manager, you're going to take the time to look at those small pieces that make sure they fit in every aspect of what you do. And that's always beneficial. Okay, so we've talked about what is personal style and why your personal style matters. Now, what do? If you're saying, all right, I get it, I understand, I need to be more intentional about it, and I want to, but I'm not sure, how do I get there? How do I do it? I'm going to give you some tips. I'm not going to leave you hanging. We don't do that here. I'm going to give you 4 or 5 different things that you can incorporate that aren't going to be massively time consuming. What is that going on back there? Thank you. Not massively time consuming, even kind of fun. Yeah, not overwhelming, that you can incorporate starting right now, like today. First thing I want to say is get comfortable with selfies. This is something I still kind of struggle with, but it gets easier when it's based on this one thing. Get comfortable with selfies with an asterisk. Get comfortable with them anyway, but especially if you notice you put on something, I like the way this feels on me, the way this looks, the way this color brings out my eyes. If you notice you find yourself smiling or, checking yourself out when you pass a reflection, a shiny, your still refrigerator, and you check yourself out when you do it and you see yourself doing that, take a picture of yourself in that outfit. Not only so you can use it as a reference point of, was it the fit of that particular thing that made me feel so good? Was it the coloring? I want you to be able to look back and look at your face, look in your eyes and see the joy or the confidence or the excitement you had when you put on that thing. And then you can actually identify what it is about that, so you can find different features of that in the other stuff you buy. Because everything you wear, I want it to make you feel amazing. Okay? 1, get comfortable with selfies and take note. Second step is look for inspiration. This is when most people go to Pinterest, or you may even go old school and create a collage with some magazines and stuff. Either way, go with whatever works for you. But I'm going to say expand beyond just those things. Buildings, nature, museums. If there's architectural facades that kind of spark things in your brain about, that'd be really interesting to find kind of that motif in a fabric, start looking for it. If you say, I'm very earth mama centered forest creature trapped in a corporate body, look for things that help bring that out so you can incorporate that into your pieces. If it's the fabric, if it's the colors, if it's the print, start looking for all these different places for inspiration that are really going to make you excited when you have to get dressed. So that's second tip. Look for inspiration all around you, not just Pinterest. Tip number 3 is we're going to take tip number 2, but we're going to refine it and apply it. So in tip number 2, where we made the collages, we created the Pinterest boards, we found all these different motifs and stuff that we really like, that's just data at this point. Where we refine it and actually shake it all down and sift through it and then find a way to apply it, that's when we get the knowledge about what we like, what we don't like, what feels innately like us. That's where we're moving from just basic information into here's how this applies to me. And that's what you want to do in that third step. We go ahead, keep what works, get rid of what doesn't, and start applying it. That's the third tip. Fourth tip is add a third. I should have said that a different way. Don't be dirty. Add a different piece. Add an additional piece. Please don't be dirty. We don't do that here. When I mean that incorporating that third function, it's when you've got a top, we'll keep it simple. T-shirt and jeans, kind of what I'm doing today. T-shirt and jeans is fine. It's just clothes. If you want to actually transform it somehow, you can add specially curated jewelry. You can add a belt. You're going to hear me talk about belts until you finally buy one. Get square with that now. Just get comfortable with the fact that by the time you may have not worn a belt since sophomore year of high school, by the time I'm done with you, you're going to have at least one belt that you love. That third piece is what really ties it together. And especially if it's something, it's rings. This ring means so much to me. We'll talk about it another time. If it's a specialty piece, it's a cameo that your grandmother gave you, when she moved to a different country. It was a piece of jewelry you acquired on your first trip overseas. It's, something you handmade in home ec that was actually wearable that you absolutely love. Something like that, that third element that's also very meaningful is what not only takes it from just clothes to an outfit, but it incorporates your attitudes, your personality, your experiences, your quirks, and that's what shifts it into being part of your personal style. So find a way to add that third piece. If it's, blazer, kimono, jewelry, neckerchief, shoes that are something that really let you cut loose, whatever. Find a way to incorporate that third piece. Another tip is choose a signature piece. I believe it was last summer I was talking to Chiffon Meyer. She is the owner and creator of Pretty Pear Bride. I will leave her link below. We were talking and discussing her personal style, and she mentions how she always wears pearls. That's been part of her look for ages. So all of her look incorporates her pearl necklace. Anna Wintour, editor of Vogue, she's known for her signature bob and her oversized dark sunglasses. Iris Apfel, again, big glasses and oversized statement jewelry. Find a signature piece that works with you and for you, because one, it's going to allow people to associate that thing with you, even when you're not around. Like, they're going to see that and instantly think of you no matter what. And two, especially if you're branching out and you've got a side hustle you're investing more time into, or you're an owner that's, shifting, it can be part of your brand. You're going to incorporate this across the board. Choose a signature piece. And lastly, seek help. This means if you go through this, you do all this, it still feels kind of overwhelming, or it's not as fun as you want it to be, or you just I literally want someone to do this for me. That's okay. Seek out professional help. That's why you have shops, you have companies like Stitch Fix, you have Dia & Co. You have all these different places that do this. You have people and places that do this, because some people are like, it's still really overwhelming and it causes more anxiety. It costs more time and money than I want to spend. I'd really just love to bring somebody on and have them do this. That's okay. There are professionals out there that enjoy doing this. Get with one of them. And if you feel it's more trouble than it's worth, or it's causing your anxiety to spike, seek help. Bring in a professional, and they will still get you on the right track to your personal style. Well, it feels like you, and you're visually expressing yourself, your vision to the world with less frustration. Okay, that's what I have for you today. I wanted to give my take on why personal style matters, what you can do to kind of get on the road to discovering your personal style. Where do you go for inspiration when it comes to when you're looking to shift style or incorporate new things in your style? Where do you go? What do you do? Leave me a comment below and tell me. That's what I have for you today. If you liked what I did here, please hit that thumbs up button. Also subscribe and hit that bell notification so you don't miss when I upload every Wednesday. And follow me on Instagram. I've got my link in the description bar. If you want to work together, send me a message here or on Instagram at the Stylish Millennial, and I will see you guys when I upload next Wednesday. Bye.